Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Real quick, I just want us to touch on this. The question is, can a man truly forgive cheating? Remember, I'm not saying can a person, I'm asking can a man truly forgive cheating? I've got Agatha right here in the house. Agatha, come live with me. Maybe she'll speak from a woman's perspective. Good morning, Brother Shukbo. How are you doing? By the way, big thank you to all of you who contributed towards Brother Shukbo's car and towards the operation. The gentleman is supposed to have his operation tomorrow. So I'll just give I'll give the updates on that. We've paid the hospital for the operation and we've also given the gentleman some money. So I'm sure all would be well, God willing. Abby, there's no better way to say it. So, let me start with a man's perspective, and I'm sure women too would be able to talk about it because I was having a conversation with a man who was like, yeah, as a Christian, you're supposed to forgive because we're talking about Matthew chapter 19, verse 9, where Christ said that you can't divorce and remarry unless the woman has been unfaithful or the person has been unfaithful. So, unfaithfulness is one of the only biblical conditions for divorce. So, you see, there are a lot of things that prayer can't help you with. I don't like football. There's no amount of prayer I pray that'll make me like football. I don't like it. It's not me. I can't pray myself to like football. I can't pray myself to like, for instance, let me be very honest. My preference in women is curvy. I can deal with a curvy woman who is under endowed upstairs. And I don't mean in the brain. Brain is more important too. I mean in the chest area. If a woman is very beautiful and very curvy and she's small chest wise, it's okay. I can manage. The one I cannot manage is the one that is not curvy. There are some of my Yoruba brothers who once the woman works for Peak Milk or Dano Milk or Olden Burger or what do they call all those other companies? Coast Milk. They are fine. Whether the woman even gets sense, they don't want to know. As long as the Dano is okay, they are okay. And that's me. I don't really care. I don't like it. It doesn't. And there's no amount. You see, a lot of people think that prayer cures everything. Prayer does work when you run to God in a bad place. But you see, cowbell. God bless you, Neka. Cowbell. You know, some men just like the cowbell. Once there's cowbell like this, anything can, you know. So you get. I'm not crazy about lepa. But I'd rather do lepa that is curvy than cowbell that is straight. My preference. So there's no way you entice me. I know I've met so many girls in my life who tell me I don't like you because you are fair. Some girls believe that a guy cannot be handsome if he's fair. So many women will tell me, you look the way you look because you are fair. That if you were dark, you would not look like this. Waiting concern me, I'm fair already. Some women don't like fair guys. Some women don't like dark guys. Everybody has his preference. So what I'm trying to say is, when a woman cheats on a man, I've been in that place before. I found it difficult to touch that woman again. It's not like I didn't forgive. You see, forgiveness is totally different from I don't want a human being to forgive and then be dealing with mental health issues for the rest of their lives. Let's address that. Forgive in such a way that your mental health is still okay. Let me give you an example. Look at Sonia Ogiri. Sonia Ogiri called me out one time over a comment I made on Brimo. She insulted me. Me too, I insulted back. After like 4 or 5 insults, one day somebody tagged me on her page. I went there. I just laughed about it. That's how she reached out to me. And before you knew it, we chatted and we became good friends. Do you know why? Because I responded. If that first time she insulted me and I did not respond to her, hey, we can never have been friends. Because my head go dey boil. But as I don't offload my anger, and I don't have anything I'm dealing with in my mental health space again, she don't yap me, I don't yap am, it don't end. Welcome, Agatha. And today we are good friends. We chat regularly, 3, 4 times, 5 times a week. Sometimes every day I send her a post, she sends me something. How did that happen? Because I was able to offload what was on my mental health. And I learned it. Some people say be mature. Let me tell you, each time you are mature, you're affecting your mental health. A lot of people don't know this. There were times in my life where people will insult me, and because I did not respond to that insult, I'll be moody the whole day. It will affect me the whole day. But the moment I respond to an insult, do you know some people, silence is a bigger response than actually responding? But that silence does not cure my mental health problem. If I look at there's one guy like this. If you see this guy head be like 5 people head. Now, so the guy come my page one day. He said, you are broke, you are lonely, and you are desperate. Who remembers that picture? I just went to the guy's profile. The guy no call locking page. I have to say locking page for good. I just see the guy's first 5 pictures. As in, this guy head. I've deleted it because I said I was going to keep it for 30 minutes. I ended up keeping it for 24 hours because it was so sweet. If you see this guy head, it be like oxygen tank. So I just yapped the guy, one tiny yap. The guy said, you are broke, you are lonely, and you are depressed. I just reply, say, thank you, head of state. 500 comments. Everybody came there and laughed. As in, that guy face cap of his size no day. If that guy won't wear face cap, na tailor go swam. Forget say face cap, the right say fits all size. How did they take right? And one size fits all. No be for that guy. Tailor must adjust his own face cap. You see, so as I just yap him back, I know if the guy called me tomorrow and say that he freeze, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, no problem. I don't free him. So this also, before I bring you on, Agatha, this also this also is the same thing with cheating. I've been in a relationship before where a woman or a lady cheated on me, and I could not touch her again. I could not touch her. You understand? I just could not bring myself to touch her. Then, anytime I've forgiven her, I'm not quarreling with her, but anytime I just remember the incident, my whole mood would just spoil. You can't help that. Maybe prayer can help some people in that regard, I don't know. But the woman begin disgust me. Nobody say I no forgive her. It's just like, let me give you an example. You are eating soup. You don't eat the soup for morning with bread. The soup sweet. For afternoon, you pack the soup, use and chop rice. Then for evening, you use and chop fried rice. As you turn the soup, you can see big cockroach. We don't die inside. You know, say the cockroach no die now. You don't die since the beginning of the soup. The soup taste is not going to change, do you know? The soup is still the soup, but you don't see something inside the soup. You don't go fit chop that. Me, I don't go fit chop. Some people remove the cockroach and eat. Yeah, oh well. Not me. So, even though it's advisable to forgive, can you really handle the forgiveness? And does forgiveness really mean you have to live with this person? Because imagine I dey live with you and I no fit touch you for 1 year. I go dey get needs. Make my neighbor daughter, wey be 25 years old, come back from school, come say, hey, uncle, help me with my assignment. Or uncle, can I follow you for a ride? Women know how to throw at men. And a 25-year-old girl can decide to find a 40-something-year-old man attractive. And she starts to throw to you. How easy are you going to, how much self-control are you going to have? You will never do for 1 year because the soup where you get for house cockroach dey inside. Another person can't give you fresh soup where cockroach no dey inside. How you go or you don't know when that cockroach dey inside that one until you enter the soup and begin chop am. Do you understand? So let's discuss. Agatha, over to you.
Okay. As in the case of cheating, I'm a Christian, and the first thing I did was I looked for Bible's perspective on cheating. And we should know cheating is both ways, right? The first verse I found was Proverbs 6:32 says, "But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool, for he destroys himself." Hebrew 13:4, "Give honor to marriage and remain faithful to one another in marriage. God will surely judge people who are immoral and those who commit adultery." Exodus 20:14, "You must not commit adultery." So now when we talk about cheating, we're looking at both the man and the woman, right? I know the topic is, can you truly forgive cheating? It takes two to actually commit that act that is cheating. But you see, totally, God frowns at adultery. Now, there's something we used to hear, like it's always, that's what is obtainable, back in Nigeria, where you hear that a man would cheat and then, a woman would forgive, a woman would cheat and a man would not forgive. Basically, the thing is, it's a very manly world. So if things happen, it smells more or it's a little bit more relaxed for the man than the woman. However, there's something love is. Love is like a jar of water, or let me just use like a bottle of water, right? That's what trust in a relationship is. Each time a partner cheats in that relationship, right, like a drop of water is taken out of this bottle. It keeps going down until there's nothing left in that bottle. Now, when a partner cheats, no matter how he or she asks for forgiveness and the other partner is able to forgive, the thing is they never forget. And it reduces the amount of trust in that relationship. It's very, very difficult because trust is something that it takes a while to build. The man, the woman, both of you work on it and then you build trust. So if a man cheats or if a woman
I want to stop you there. Stop, Agatha. I don't want to take us off topic, but you raised something. Trust is difficult to build. There are no truer words than that. However, I met a girl once. I dated her for 2 months and I was going through her phone one day. She caught me going through her phone, said, "Why are you checking my phone? Don't you trust me?" And I asked, I said, "Why should I trust you? Where do I know you from that I'm supposed to trust you? I'm supposed to build a trust in you. You might say, don't snoop on me, it's not polite. And I'll apologize and I'm saying, I'm sorry for snooping. But don't demand trust when you're not my sister. It's not like we were neighbors and we even had the opportunity. I met you in 2 months and I have to believe everything you say. If not, I'm not a good guy because I don't trust you. Real quick, share your perspective on that and then we go back to the topic because you raised that. You said that you build trust. I totally agree that you have to build trust. But most people believe that, why he's always checking up on me like he doesn't trust you. Yeah. Why is he supposed to trust you?
The truth is, I cannot meet you today and trust you because I don't know who you are. We're trying to get to know each other. Just like we're trying to get to know each other, that's how we are building trust. So, see, if you don't have anything to hide from me, I shouldn't have a problem with you swooping my phone. If I don't have anything hiding from you. If I'm very honest in that relationship and you are also very honest in that relationship, then we can have access to each other's phones. What am I hiding? Anytime if I'm asleep, you pick my phone, see what you want to see. When you're done, you drop my phone. That's because I have nothing to fear. And that's what I expect from my partner also. So that's how trust is, right? If you're not hiding anything, if you're very truthful in your relationship, you have nothing to worry about when your partner picks your phone. However, trust does not just come the day you guys meet, it comes over time. There are so many things that you would have been, the person might try you, or you might try the person, and over time, it builds trust. What I was saying earlier, I was trying to get to a place. If God Himself frowns at cheating, then I don't see a reason why human beings should accept it. And I don't like it at all. If I'm in a relationship with you and you cheat and I find out, that's the end of that relationship. But truth be told, though, a lot of people tell you, how many people will you break up with? How many people will you whatever? I don't subject myself to stuff like that. Like, how many people would you break up with? How many people? It's not something right from the start. The day you and I go into that relationship, we already now tell you, I will not cheat on you. If you cheat on me, that relationship will not go ahead. It's what me I want. And then let's have that understanding. If you're that kind of person that cheats in a relationship, then you and I are not meant to be together, because I don't forgive it. I would not let it go. Like, it's not something I can live with. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just talking for my own self. It's not something I can live with. I cannot live with cheating. I will not cheat on you, so I can't even accept it in the first place. If you cheat in a relationship that I am in, I will walk away from that relationship, because I am very, very concerned about my emotions, my mental state. And you see, when you begin to move around, right, you begin to see that so many things that we stay with because of what people would say, honestly, is not worth it at all. Everybody needs to take care of himself. If cheating is something that will break you, that will make you not be yourself, don't be in a relationship where you have to be dealing with a cheating partner. It's not worth it, in my opinion.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been the other woman in a relationship? Like, you enter this relationship, you really like this guy. A lot of people have found themselves in this situation before. You meet a guy, he's not hiding it from you that he has a girlfriend or a wife, but you just flow. And before you know it, there are some people, for instance, if when I used to work on the radio, for instance, I used to have a lot of free time. If I was dating a banker, for instance, I'll have more free time than my wife or my girlfriend. Do you understand? My work was between about 3 and 9, and I'm free the whole morning, and I'm free after 9, and I live in my office. So I can always do dinner, I can always meet you up somewhere, and it always starts as a platonic relationship. Let's meet, let's hang out. Sometimes with the intentions of let's get to know each other sexually. Sometimes without that intention. Sometimes, hey, I just like this person. And then feelings start to creep in. I think this should have happened to almost everybody. Feelings start to creep in. You realize that you really like this person, but there's something blocking you to get to that person, and that's their current relationship. Now, the guy is telling you that, look, I can't break my relationship. I like you. In fact, I have strong feelings for you, but I can't break my current relationship because I don't want a divorce, or because this girl has been with me all my life, and I want to get married to her because my parents like her, or because we grew up together and blah, 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 blah. But he's not ruling out the possibility of you and him having something. Do you know that that type of cheating, I've also been like that in a relationship before, with a girl who was in a relationship, and she was cool with her guy. It's just that the guy was nice, well behaved. She was much older than me. She was like 7 or 8 years older than me. She was younger at heart. They were the same age, but the guy was older at heart. Do you understand? The guy always wanted to talk about mature things. Sometimes she just wanted to have fun. She just wanted to drive to go and buy suya, for instance. She would want to just those little things. She liked radio. Radio fascinated her. You understand? And my views and opinions, blah 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 blah. If you understand where I'm going with this. And back then in Ibadan, there were not many fun places, and everywhere was dark. So she would sneak out to come and see me. They were both doing their masters in the university, and she would sneak out to come and see me. And after a while, we started getting intimate. And I knew she didn't leave the guy. Eventually, she went ahead and married the guy. But I wasn't feeling the kind of jealousy I would have felt because, first of all, I know she's postgraduate, I'm undergraduate. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Which year do I want to finish my school to go and marry her? Do you understand what I'm saying? Which year? Secondly, there were so many nice young things around. I didn't want to tie myself with somebody who was 7 years older than me. You get? Why do I
Yeah.
want to go and tie myself up when I can look down and see some? You know, when you are young in the university, there's some new jambites. You know, some fresh bloods. You know, the vampire has not drank their blood much.
Yeah.
Even mosquito has not really drank their blood too much. So it was a nice relationship. The guy knew me and thought I was her friend. And there's so many times I would carry her and go and drop with the guy. I know that what are they going to do? Are they going to be reading their postgraduate nonsense all night? Of course, they are going to be arranging. And it didn't affect me. So I don't know if we can call that relationship cheating because whether you like it or not, she cheated on me. But you see, it's a type of cheating that is, we have an understanding. Agatha, you don't tell me you've never been in this situation before because I will not believe you.
No, I'm just going to say what you said. The lady cheated on you. In my opinion, I don't think that's correct. And this is why I said so. Did she cheat on that partner? Yes, she did. Did she cheat on you? No, because before you entered that relationship with her, you knew she had someone else. So it was you and her that was cheating on her partner. She did not cheat on you. You knew there was already a third party in that relationship, and you decided to still stay with her because you guys vibed very well, and over time, feelings came into that relationship. So she wasn't cheating on you because you knew that there was someone else. But now the other person she went ahead to marry never knew there was you. Even if he knew there was you,
Hmm.
he did not know that you and his girlfriend were intimate. So both of you were cheating on the guy, not she cheating on you.
Hmm. 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 Now, I want to ask you,
Okay.
in a situation, have you ever been in a situation like that?
It, it, it happens most times. Honestly, it does happen.
I
See,
like
the
that you're
truth
honest.
is, the truth is, it's very difficult to meet a guy who is not in a relationship, to be very honest. It's very difficult. Sometimes the guy meets you and then his eyes just opens and then you are the person that, oh, this is the person I've been waiting for a long time or something like that. It's difficult to meet. Or even if he's not in a relationship, the truth is there's somebody that he might be his sexual partner. You understand what I mean? There's somebody that something is going on with. So you meet those kind of people all the time, and then if care is not taken, you become the third party in that relationship. If you're lucky, you become the main person. If you're not lucky, you are the third party, and then the time you realize that this is not working, you move.
Now, let me ask you a question. As a lady, and this is why guys lie, I see Agatha. Agatha is my spec. I want to arrange Agatha, but
Mm-hmm.
Agatha would not date me if I have a girlfriend or a fiancé or a wife. So I
Mm-hmm.
pull my ring and act single.
Mm-hmm.
And after hitting it like twice or three times,
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell Agatha before she now starts catching too many feelings. And I have to call her and say, Agatha, you know what? This the lie men tell. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a relationship. I'm actually married, but I was going through a divorce. But my family has begged and said we should no longer divorce. Do you understand? Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. Be honest. If
Mm-hmm.
you had met
Mm-hmm.
me and you had liked me, because I've lost so many ladies like that in the past, when, oh, you are married, or oh, you are in a serious relationship, and they back down. When I could have just gone, boom, boom, and then we'll be telling ourselves the truth later. So be honest. If a guy walks up to you and says, I really like, or you've been hanging out with this guy, you don't know his status. When I never talk rich there, but when I they gist, when I they vibe, you like the same kind of music. He just calls you one day and says, Agatha, you know what? Whiskey is having a concert and my office is bringing him. Would you like to come? And he takes you there, treats you nicely, gets serves you drinks, is nice to you, doesn't ask you out. When you are done, you guys gist in the car, he drops you off home, goes home. You like him. Then after another 2 or 3 dates, one day you go to him, maybe somebody annoyed you, and then you end up kissing, and then you end up making out. Now, would you like the guy to tell you that, look, Agatha, before this thing goes any further, let me tell, which is the decent thing to do, let me tell you, I'm married. Now, if that guy tells you that, will you continue?
No, honestly.
Good. So I want to ask you a question. So, why are women angry that men lie?
Okay, now look at it. Do you know that for this guy to come and do all these things, women are very emotional beings. And I'm not saying men are not emotional beings, but women tend to show their emotions more than men. A man can like a woman and maybe hold it for a while. The moment a woman likes a man, like loves a man, every other man becomes shit in her face. I'm talking of love. I'm not talking of.
And you're talking of
another person because
some type of women, right? Because Abuja, all those girls that go to Dubai, go to Abuja, they will love you, but they still want to go and collect that $10,000
after
in Dubai.
What they can get. I'm talking of those ones after what they can get. I'm talking of a woman who really loves you. If a woman really loves you, like real love, honestly, every other person will be like a masquerade before her. Now, that's by the way. The truth is, for a man to come and do all those nice things, there might be that deception. You understand? Just keep an open mind. Let me say what I'm saying, right? If a man is married, right, in the first place, he does not have a business, right, with another. I'm not saying he cannot have friends, or you can have friends. But you see, the moment you are leading a woman and she's beginning to build feelings for you, if care is not taken, the man is deceiving her. There was something you said in the first place when you said the man might hide his ring, right? That's deception. You already have the intent to deceive that lady. And if that lady is catching feelings and then you open up later and tell her that you have a wife or whatever, you have deceived her, you've led her on. That's deception. You understand? If a man is married, he does not have any business with leading somebody. Woman, the moment you begin to draw a woman close, you begin to spend on her, invite her to things that feels very special, before you know, she'll start developing feelings for you. It's natural. Although these days we have alaye babes, so that are really, really after what you can give. But if you don't give them, block your emotions out, and they only come after what you have to give. If you don't have alaye babes, we have those ones. So I salute them, because it's not easy to block out emotions, and stand for what you want to get. But that intent to deceive is already there. In that situation, is already there. So if the girl comes to you, right, and then over time you now tell her that there's a woman, it's difficult to pull out, because you've already started feeling a vacuum. There's a vacuum that is there, and then here you are doing everything that another man is not doing. Then tomorrow you come and tell me that I'm married, let's stop this thing. Are you okay? Are you okay? Where do I take that feelings to? It's difficult.
All right, I want to block an idiot here. Jay Unwachimere says smarter than freeze. You don't come to somebody's live and say that. What if I said your mother is dumber than your gate man and your father is dumber than the bus conductor on your street? We're having a conversation. You are saying somebody is smarter than the other person. Why don't you take your parents and go and measure their IQ? Because they've already failed in upbringing.
I saw some rude comments.
Very rude. Listen. Joy Unwachimere, let me break your heart. Your parents have failed the WAEC of upbringing. Let me tell you, they scored F9. They could not raise you well. They were better off raising a poultry, because at the end of the month, they will have some eggs to show for it. How can you
I think he has apologized. He has apologized.
Don't ever come to my page and talk like that. But listen, Agatha, jokes apart, even with his apology, this person was badly brought up. Two people are having a conversation, you are measuring their IQ. Have we done IQ test? How do you measure who's smarter? Is it not IQ test? Even IQ test, some people argue that it's not a good measure of someone's intelligence.
No, please, let's just be respectful. If you join someone else's life, be respectful. If you're not interested in the topic, you can just quietly leave.
Just leave, because I will call you out. I will call you out and showcase how badly your parents failed. Your parents had no business raising children. They should have raised poultries or young goats, and they will have been able to sell the goats this Christmas now and make some money. Now they have you to contend with. So please,
you've given him that two minutes of fame. It's okay.
Sorry, what is it called? That's how I deal with my mental health. You come and talk nonsense on my page, I must address you. Then you can apologize and be going. Don't ever try it again. Anyway, back to what we were at, because I was asking you different questions, trying to put myself in your head, so I'll
Yes.
be able to deal with this next question from your perspective.
Okay.
And that is, can you truly forgive cheating? Because you said you brought up biblical perspectives, and one of the biblical grounds for divorce is actually cheating. Now you have 4 children. You see, let me paint a real life scenario for you.
Okay.
And this happened to somebody I know. They have 3 kids. They've worked very hard.
Okay.
She has sent him to school. The plan was like me and you now, you dey Yankee, me I dey Naija. We are married. I'm taking care of the kids. You are in America. All my money is coming to you to so you can finish your school, get a job, invite me over, then I come with the kids. Do you understand? And then I start going to school. So you're sending me to school. Sorry, I'm sending you to school. Now you're done with school, you've invited me over, and you're sending me to school. But because you are working to pay my bills in America, you know, so you're not going to see light. You're working. I'm just going to school. I'm not working. I meet a girl, have a couple of flings, and you find out. You see, it is no longer he cheated on me, his boyfriend, girlfriend. Marriage, he cheated on me, is a whole different ball
Different.
game.
Yeah.
We have 3 kids. The 3 kids love us. They love me. They're going to be heartbroken. Daddy and mommy are going their separate ways. The kids are going to be heartbroken. Why? The kids are going to expect, say, okay, you guys should make some sacrifice because of us. As long as, okay, it's not like you guys don't love each other. It's not like one of you is gay and the other one is straight, and then you guys are normal people, but something bad happened to good people. So, in that situation, and guess what? You have just invested $30,000 in this guy's education. You can't go and you can't seize his degree. You can't tell them to refund your money.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he's sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do in that situation?
So the phrase before we date, right? When we're dating, there are things I do. There are things I will put out to you, like questions I will ask you. What do you do in terms of cheating? As easy as it looks, I hear what you say. Most times in relationship, I allow you the man set the rules. But you see those rules that you said, you are the one that will set them, but both of us will abide by it. I've dated someone, the person told me that the day you ever sleep with another person, I will never have anything to do with you. That was what he told me. And honestly, that thing rang a bell. It stuck to my head. Guess what? He ended up cheating in the relationship. And I called him and I said, do you remember you said this rule? The day I catch you sleeping with another person, you've done it, so we'll go by your rules. And honestly, that was how that relationship ended. But now we're talking about marriage. In marriage, will I forgive my husband? To be honest, I will. But I will deal with you. I will deal with you very well, but I'll forgive you. I will deal with you so much that you know that whenever you hear cheating, you will run away from it. I'm going to deal with you so much, but I will
Now,
forgive you.
ask me,
Because
because
me,
do you know why I'm saying
okay,
this? Because
mm-mm.
you see, every action. What are you? Did you study sciences?
No, well,
But you did
uh,
a bit of physics.
secondary school,
Every
arts,
action
university
leads to
accounting.
one of
But I studied
Newton's.
human resources, which is like sociology. So
Okay, one of Newton's laws. Every action leads to an equal but opposite
reaction,
reaction.
yes.
Now, I cheat on you. It's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
You are going to punish me for it. It's a reaction, but a brand new action as well.
So there's going
Although
to
it
be
is
a
a
reaction from
reaction,
you too.
do you understand? Although it is a reaction, it is on its own an action. For instance, now, I cheat on you, and you find out, and you first of all start denying me intimacy. You are moody all day. I beg and beg. You make me
No,
sound and
don't be that
depressed.
kind of dealing. I will forgive
Or
you. No being.
Give me an
And
example
the
of the
truth, if you
dealing you
cheat,
deal with me.
if you cheat, let me be honest, if you cheat and I catch you, I'll not withdraw anything. Whatever we are doing now, marriage life will be going on well. But you see, because me, I'm a communicator, I did talk, like I like to talk and everything. And I notice most of my partners like me because of that. But you see that talking between me and you, that's ended. That's one. Secondly, if you can cheat, because there's one thing about men. One of the ways men attract women, especially, some women, their love languages are gifts and all those kind of things. Some are touches, some words of affirmation and all of that. But most times it's gifts. Now, me, they provide money. They carry my money, go chase babe. That money no go there again. But you see those duties as a woman.
Now, hold on. A lot of women are under this mistaken. A lot of women are under this mistaken notion that I need money to cheat. Men don't need money to cheat. That is so 1960s. A woman likes a man as long as he can buy a drink for her or pay for her cab. Do you understand? That's okay. Some women will even pay for your car. Some women will even 50. They know, okay, you are a student, you have a wife, and your wife's paying your bills. And they are working, they will share the bills with you. So that money thing is not even really the big thing. For instance, I'm imagining you are my wife and I cheated on you, and now you are repaying me back by you are not going to talk to me. Hello? I'm coming from somebody else who talks. The other person, if the other person really likes me, all they need to do is fold their arms and give me 2 months. I'll be back. Because your reaction, which is an action in its own right, is prodding me into a fresh reaction, which is another action. So before you know it, you're going to have action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, until you get to court. It will end in court. The perfect way to make sure divorce doesn't happen again is try to get your partner back without changing anything about you, so you don't create another loophole or you don't worsen the situation. Because whether you like it or not, the man loves you, but nobody likes to stay with wahala. Yeah. I go to school, my professors deal with me, then I come home and deal with a bony woman. Now, I've been in a relationship where the woman is suspecting me of cheating. I come home 5 minutes late. Oh, you've gone to see her again. And those things can be demoralizing and they can be annoying. And after a while, you're going to say, you know what? Let me go and cuckoo see her so that my anger will be justified. And then the second time cheating is now much worse than the first time. Because if you reacted 5, just know that you are going to turn into a very big chemical reaction in the second one. So what I'm saying is, I'm trying to have this discussion, especially with men, because most men, let me give you an example. Like you said, and you're not wrong. There was a relationship I was in, and I caught the girl cheating. I was heartbroken. I cried. I couldn't get over it. I went back to smoking, and I was smoking a lot, and I couldn't touch her. That is what it did for me. I couldn't touch her. And no matter how much I said I forgave her, no matter how much I loved her, I couldn't go back to a pot of soup that I found out has a cockroach. Now, what I realized in retrospect is all the other girls that I ran to, they were also all cheating. But I didn't know then, and I was able to touch them, but I wasn't able to touch this other one because she was cheating. So what I'm trying to say is, how easy is it to really forgive cheating in such a way that you don't lead to an action-reaction situation? And that's my question for you. Can you truly forgive cheating?
It is, honestly, it is not easy to forgive.
But even is it possible?
Your husband, it's not. You see, even when you tell your partner that you've forgiven them, right? Each time you look at them, so many thoughts will be going through your mind. Even when the person is no longer doing anything, so many thoughts will be going through your mind, right? It's not easy at all. Once a partner cheats, right, he or she has lost control. That's what cheating does to a good relationship.
Hmm. We have Oyebisi here. Oyebisi, your background is very noisy. So
Sorry, Daddy Freeze.
it's okay. Let me quickly take your
I'm just
perspective.
trying to get this boy out of my way. Here. Sorry, just 1 second.
All right. Just give me your perspective quickly.
Yes.
Yes. So I can take you off because of the background noise.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'm going to change it. I'm going to move.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the boy milk. Okay. And Daddy Freeze, even if you say you forgiving, right? You begin to deal with that forgiveness trauma, like forgetfulness, that trauma, you begin to deal with it. That's what happens. Even
That's the mental health part that I was talking about.
Yeah. So you begin to deal with some things. You're looking at this person, he or she is talking, and you can't even get past the imagination of what that person has done. The question lingers: would this person cheat again? What is he even doing? What is she doing? Why is? And then for some people, especially melancholic people, begin to blame themselves. I am the reason why this person cheated. You understand? Sometimes it can even be you. But there's a lot that goes on when a partner cheats in a relationship. It leaves the other partner broken.
All right, we have two ladies. Hold your thoughts, Agatha. We have two ladies. Please introduce yourselves and give us your perspective. Then I'll come back to Agatha and we'll end it all. Starting with
BC. My name is BC.
Okay, BC.
I just wanted to say that, Sister Agatha, I understand what you were saying about if your man cheats on you, you will forgive him, but you will, deal with it. That's actually, I totally disagree with that. I disagree totally about that perspective. There is no point forgiving someone and then dealing with them, because just like what Daddy Free said, if you don't give him attention, or you're still mad at him and you keep showing him that, oh yeah, you cheated, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, guess what? You go back outside. It beats the purpose at the end of the day. It's like going around in circles. Like if you think that he's going to have a sense of remorse, and because you're going to be treating him bad, you're going to be acting, I hate you because you did this, it's going to feel a bit of a remorseful situation and say, oh, and calm down. No. For men, that is totally opposite of what he'll do. That will just make him go back out. And it's just going to make things worse for both of you. And then it's going to be emotionally draining on you, because you'll be so emotional about the fact that this man cheated, he did something bad, and he's not remorseful about it. Instead, he's being mad and telling me that, oh, you're not talking to me. I'm actually talking from what should I say? A personal perspective. This has happened to me before, right? So I was like, I had that mentality, oh yeah, I'll forgive, but then I will deal with you. That was the totally wrong thing to do. It was worse than before. So either you forgive and just let go completely. That was actually a better option, because they see that you do know that this person did this, you've forgiven them. You're not just going through your life without thinking about that. I mean, there is no way you're not going to always remember it sometimes. But if you bring it up, trust me, it just makes things worse. Either you let go of that relationship totally and completely, or you forgive and forget and don't bring it up and don't say, I'll deal with it, because that is not a good idea from my personal perspective. Okay,
all right, because we don't have too much time, we have another lady. Hi, Samaria.
You don't look like someone who lives in Nigeria. Do you live in Nigeria currently? No, I do not. I'm in Canada. Nice. I would like to ask you a question, right? When it comes to relationship, right, with what you've seen in Nigeria and what you've seen in Canada, be very honest. Which would you prefer? When it comes to relationship, I do not think I can marry. Okay, I'm married to a Nigerian man, obviously, right? But if I was living in Nigeria and I had a situation where I had a husband cheat on me, right? And I cannot go through that ordeal of saying I will forgive and deal with him, I think the option would be to leave. I know that some family members will be like, oh, you can't divorce, just like Daddy Free's preachings. Like, they make divorce so bad, they make it seem like it's some kind of taboo that you cannot and should not leave your spouse. But in that, for Nigeria, for Nigeria's atmosphere, you have to leave. Dealing with him is just going to be a round and round cycle. But if you're here, question, you haven't answered me. I wouldn't prefer Nigeria. Obviously, if I live there, then I will be, But if I'm not in Nigeria, so why would I prefer Nigeria? That's a tricky question. No, you can ask me if I prefer.
All right, please, ladies, hold on, ladies. Let Samaria share her perspective.
Right? Relationship in Nigeria and relationship in like the way the Canadians handle their in a relationship, what you've seen so far, and the relationships you've seen in Nigeria and how relationships are run in Nigeria. I said, which do you prefer? Be honest. Which do you prefer? And I'll tell you where I'm asking. Honestly, the way they run relationships in Nigeria is very scary, so I don't prefer it. I believe they copy, and they copy things that favors them, both men and women. Don't let it even be good. So when you came online, right, like what I said about me forgiving my husband but dealing with him, it's my own opinion, right? So when you
it's not your opinion. Hold on. You know what? Let me tell you.
Hold on. It's what is applicable to me. And when I was talking, I was like, this is me. In my opinion, this is what I would do. It's me. I'm talking about what I would do. He asked me for my reaction, and I said, this is what I would do. You know why I say so? Right. I have seen love. I've been in relationships in Nigeria, and here I am, and I've seen love, and I see that this is how, because the way men treat their women here is totally different from the way Nigerian men treat their women. Look, Nigerian men are good. Don't get it wrong. They are very good and they are sweet. However, there's this very egoistic part that a man will cheat on a woman and think is right. I've seen that happen a lot of times in Nigeria. You don't see that happen here. A man would not cheat. I'm not saying men here don't cheat, but you don't see these things that men will cheat right in your face. That's the reason why so many women are cheating in Nigeria today, and I'm thinking it's okay because it's the reaction to the action they're seeing from men.
All right, guys. Okay, guys, let me bring Samantha or Samaria. What's your name?
Yeah, Samaria.
Okay, Samaria. What's your perspective so we can end tonight?
Yeah, as regards that thing she's saying, the truth is that women are revengeful in nature. You see, women are very, very revengeful in nature. A woman, you may be doing something to a woman in terms of cheating, and she's been enduring, she will tell you, I'm forgiving you. Deep down her heart, she's planning what she will do to you. It may take her years, ages, but she will fulfill it someday. Now, in the other way around, there are two types of women. There are ones that when you cheat and come to them and tell them, oh, I cheated on you, they'll be like, okay, I'm forgiving you, it's okay. They don't want to make physics about it. And the reason why they wouldn't do a thing like that is because deep down their heart, they know they're also cheating. They wouldn't want to stress that issue. They wouldn't want to prolong things, because if they start prolonging things, it will lead into you digging facts and trying to put an eye on them. So it's easier for them to let go of it and act like he didn't do anything, because they know they are doing equally what you're doing. We one-on-one. We're on the same page. But there are some, so those of them that are committed, that don't cheat back, that are not doing anything, they're not being unfaithful, right? When you cheat on them, they may tell you they're forgiving you, but they will hold it against you. They will be enduring it. They will pay you back someday. They may not necessarily pay you back through cheating, but they will pay you back, and in a very painful way. That's the nature of women. The ones that cheat are easy to let go because they are doing it. If they let you know, if they're trying to make it create a problem or trying to bring attention or whatever about the cheating thing, they'll feel it may lead to them being exposed. So for that reason, they are easy to tell you, okay, I forgive, it's okay, but don't do that again. They are satisfied in their heart because they are doing the same thing you're doing. So they wouldn't care so much. This is women.
That's not true though. Not all those that say, not all the women that forgive because they're also doing it. I understand what you're saying, but not all
and you're right, because
say, I forgive you.
To be honest, I was in a relationship with one woman and I cheated, and she frustrated me my life, and she didn't stop until I caught her cheating too. And her cheating was actually more than my own and before my own. So I've been in relationships.
Don't forget the fact that she did something. Times, let's say for example, I've been with women that actually started cheating because their man cheated. It's rare for a woman to cheat in a relationship. The truth is, It's very difficult for a woman to start cheating, unless those of them that are in that relationship for a particular thing. But it's difficult. But like I told you, some women cheat because they feel and they know that their man is cheating. For that reason, now they want to cheat back.
Okay.
So that's why at times men be like, "Oh, she's been doing something." I mean, she wasn't doing it. You made her do it.
Okay, ladies.
Honestly,
Thank you so much. I think we should call it quits now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I lost Agatha just at the end. Thank you, ladies. This can go on. Our conversations last forever. So sometimes I have to manually press stop. Thank you, Oyebisi and Samaria. Make sure you do join us. We're going to be having our conversations from time to time, and they're always very interesting. And next time, because I was rushing today and I used Agatha most of it, next time I'll be bringing guys on so they can share their own perspective. So do have yourselves. Where are you, Samaria? Texas?
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy.
Daddy Free, stop abusing Canadian motors, though, because you always say Canadian cars have rust, have rust, have rust. I beg, leave us with our rust, okay? It's not our fault.
Enjoy your rust, Oyebisi.
Bad winter here.
Okay.
And big shout out to Agatha, who was with me the whole time. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. And my YouTube and Facebook audience, I keep inviting people from Facebook, nobody answers. So you always end up having to manage what you get from Instagram. YouTube, on the other hand, unfortunately, you can't invite people. I don't know when YouTube is going to get to the position where people can actually come live and enjoy. So do take care of yourselves. Uche, all the way from New York. I can see you on YouTube. Take care. Stay blessed. Samaria, Agatha, and Oyebisi. See you guys soon.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.